All right. I wasn't planning on streaming today, or at least at this hour. That's a unique hour to stream at. I have nobody on, so and probably most of you will see this after the fact. So today I decided to come up with a category system for the ships in Elite, and the reason I want to do that because the way I purchase. Let's talk about the way I purchase something that Elite actually offers. Because later on today I'm gonna have a little bit of rebuttal to Macon's video that he did the other day. I'll leave a link in the description with Macon's video for this morning. In the Eastern Standard Time. But I watched Macon's video, and basically, I just get the impression that he's lost touch with reality, and most of these guys that follow him are in the same category. They live in some kind of fantasy, delusional, utopian mindset, and they think that things can be free and they can function as is, that you don't need to do anything with this game. You don't need to purchase anything. It just, the company's going to keep the game going no matter what. Okay? They're making money. That's all. Making some money, and that's all that matters. I'm a CEO of a company. And let me tell you, if Elite does not, as a CEO, if I'm on the board of directors at Frontier, if Elite was not functioning, was not making any money, was not bringing in cash flow, I would automatically delete it. I would just terminate the thing and just in a very hostile manner close the game. Period. Move on. Because it's business. It's business. It's not about, this game is not about playing a game, a fantasy sci-fi game for space. The board of directors, none of them play the fucking game. None of them, especially Tencent, the Chinese guy to the right. Okay? That's from Tencent. That has the golden ticket for voting. None of them fucking play the game. All they look at is a number. And if the numbers don't look good, Elite is closed. So you guys get on here, Meccan. You guys get on here and you talk your shit about pay to play, pay to win, and all this shit. Meanwhile, the game is 10 years old. And for some reason, this company didn't lock it, didn't close it. They kept it going. And now they're trying to revamp it to bring in some more cash flow. Now, what does this do? Now, if I'm on the board of directors, please, just humor me. If I'm on the board of directors, I'm sitting there and I'm seeing it doing better. And I say, okay, how about we just take some of that money that's coming in and we just hire 4 more new coders? A developing team, a developer to develop the storyline. Let's do that. Let's invest. Because I see it going from 7% to 10% of the fucking revenue. I see it going up and up and up. That's what's going to happen when the revenue goes up. When the revenue doesn't go up, they say, close it up. Let's go. That's it. It's over. The Elite franchise is over. And so I welcome anything that these guys give us. As a matter of fact, I had a mindset change recently. I had a mindset change. I know you're thinking you're fucking delusional or something. What time is it? Where you're at? Well, I'm waiting for my rotisserie chicken to actually warm up. So I had a mindset change. What is that mindset change? That the ships create content. Let me repeat that. The ships create content. Like, for instance, I made a video on the Kestrel, right? As soon as the Kestrel comes out, I wanted to see if it could actually beat the Viper Mach 3 in a speed test, right? It doesn't, unfortunately. But it does kick ass on turns. Okay? It actually freaking kicks ass like no other ship. So, but it doesn't do 928 meters per second, right? Okay, that's okay. We have a Viper Mach 3. It created content. So what happened was I started playing around with it. Then I took out my Viper Mach 3. Then I went into canyons and I started playing again. That's content. So the ships that we get create content, even though there's no set storyline that we get these new ships, and this is what happens. Here goes a perfect example, and this is what I'm getting to now. The perfect example is this ship. Okay, the Caspian Explorer, and I think it should have been named something else, like maybe Caspian Interceptor or some shit like that. But it's not an Explorer. And I said this in a previous video, because in a previous video I said that it doesn't land in mountainous areas. It just doesn't do it. And then I engineered it in a way that when it landed on a flat surface, I took damage, 20% to my freaking hull. So I'm like, what kind of ship is this? So what I'm saying to you is that I have a category system when I buy something. Okay, the first one is CUPOS. CUPOS. Complete utter piece of shit. So far, I have not put a title of complete utter piece of shit on any ship, because I always go in with a positive attitude and say, okay, let's see what we can do with this ship. And I just last night, I said to the boys, I said, you know, the Asp Scout that everybody hates, I can put Imperial hammers on them. And two lasers to vent the heat. So I can actually make a fucking good ship out of it, and it actually has a good thruster. It's got good thrusters, like 440 or something like that. I think I brought it to 440. So in any case, I have not put CUPOS on any ship so far. Complete utter piece of shit. The next one is the one that I pretty much use when I'm purchasing ships. Okay, and what do I mean by that? Well, I have 9 accounts. 9 accounts. And each one requires ARCs to purchase a ship when the new ship comes in, right? So, but I only have one main account that I actually work with. And that main account, if I don't like the ship, I'm not going to purchase on any other account. Example, the Clipper, I purchased on every one of my accounts. The Caspian, only on one. The Kestrel, only on one. The T11, only on one. Afterwards, changing my mind and then buying it across the board. So next category, somewhat useful. So that means I have one role. It can only play one role. It doesn't play much more than that. And in the case of the Caspian, the one role is I actually modified the ship so that I can do combat with it. It had like 8,000 shield. Okay? It had 8,000 shield. And I was able to put Imperial hammers on it. And the thing became a pretty goddamn good tank. Okay? So it was, I would say, useful. I can't land on planets with it, so I stopped calling it Caspian Explorer. So I just call it Caspian. Or my Caspian. Because I can't call it something it's not. It can do exploring, but landing on planets is difficult. Right? So my next category, after complete utter piece of shit, is somewhat useful. And the Caspian was that. I actually went and did the previous CG we just had with my Caspian. And I actually enjoyed it. Okay? I tried the Caspian, the Kestrel, and the Corsair. I did all 3. The joy was in the Caspian. I like the Caspian. The next category after that is useful. So if I have 2 or more functions that the ship does, I would say it's a pretty useful ship. And the Caspian I have upgraded from somewhat useful to useful. And what I mean by that is that I have more than one job that it can do. And actually, this one, I actually engineered again to be able to do Soontill runs, right? Soontill relic runs. And I actually, and FDev, you'll love me for this, but I actually bought a new paint job and spent whatever 16,000 credits or arcs to do that. So that's what she looks like, and I think that's pretty goddamn hot, right? Chromed out with the white lines. I really like that. I have my own style. Okay, look at that. And of course, if you don't have this emblem on your ship, you're really not that lucky, because this is the Golden Dragon. Chinese people believe in the Golden Dragon. Okay, but I'm not Chinese. Next one is winning build. So for instance, the winning build was not the T11. Okay, it's not really a winning build, but the Panther Clipper. All right, the Panther Clipper is a winning build. I think when engineered right, you got 1298 cargo. You do a lot of hauling. You can actually make it into a Soontill runner. You can actually make it into a transporter. You can actually make it into a tank and do AFK missions, right? Just leave it AFK in some combat zone, red zone, or even a compromised map beacon. And of course, the must-have OP buy, and that I would upgrade the Panther Clipper to that. Now, in between winning build and useful, I got to put the T11, because I still have a problem with the fighter bay. It's a dedicated miner. It's definitely a miner, and if actually engineered right, you can outrun any NPC pirate. So why have a fighter bay in a goddamn ship? We still don't know, and I'm actually waiting for them to give us a vessel that we can put in that fighter bay, and we can do double the mining. Like, I can go in the fighter bay, and then the ship can actually be run by an NPC. So I don't know if that's going to be the case. I hope we get one of these vessels. That's what I've been hoping for. But that will make it a winning build. That will upgrade the T11 to a winning build. And then finally, of course, the must-have OP buy is the Panther Clipper. The must-have OP buy is my favorite ship, of course, is the Cobra Mach 5. So these are the things that I categorize ships, and just yesterday I actually got excited and I said, fuck, this is great. The Caspian just got upgraded from slightly useful to useful, because I only had one function for the Caspian. That was combat. I didn't want to do anything else with it. I have my Mandalay to go explore, or I can just do Diamondback Explorer, which I'm waiting for an upgrade, if you're listening, FDev. But I said, okay, I'll just use my either small ship, which is I can still use my Cobra Mach 5 to go exploring, but the actual landing gear of the Caspian makes it very hard to land in mountainous areas. So that is why I actually don't use it for that. And so I want to land on surfaces and scan plants and do that, plus also go into space. Now, it's a great taxi. It can get me from A to Z pretty fast. So that's great. I actually went to Colonia. It took me an hour. And the last time I went to Colonia, I went in my Axe Explorer, and it took me like freaking 6 days. I don't even remember. In any case, that's the situation. So I'm going to do some Soontill runs. I'm probably going to stop in a little bit to have lunch, because I am in Shanghai, and this is lunchtime in Shanghai. But I wanted to do this video because I wanted to show off the Caspian, right? I wanted to show off the Caspian because I really think the ship now is a great. Well, you know what? Let me just show you what I got in the Caspian, because when I stop, I'll show you what I got in the Caspian. So what I'm gonna go to Cockhole, which I did the other day, and it's a system about 200 plus light years away. And then I'll show you guys what I have as a build. Hole. No, did I spell it wrong? Yeah, it's O. $259. So it'll do 5 jumps pretty damn fast. I can get there in about 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go to Carcoal and deliver these Soontill relics. I did some early morning. I did some yesterday, and I got a lot of care packages. I'm completely full. Please follow my videos. Please subscribe, because the thing is, I do give you guys insights. And one of the things, as a 50-year-old man that's running companies and stuff, I try to find the easiest solutions to hard and difficult situations. So one of the biggest problems I have with the game is time wasters. And that's why most of the ideas I have, I say, okay, I'm trying to eliminate time wasters. I don't like material farming for the reason is because they're time consuming. You have to fly out to a location, you have to go with your SRV, and you got to jump around, it's time consuming. The best value for the time is, and always will be, the care packages. So if you're doing power play, the main reason I do power play is not to move some power along. I want to be honest, I could care less about that, where the Grom has one more system or Iceling has one more system. What I do care about is getting 10 care packages with about 1,000 items that I can use for engineering. And all my ships right now, I've looked through them, all my accounts, I did power play, and I upgraded them. And if you've seen some of my videos, I did it for a reason. And around 150 rank, you're full. You're utterly full. Okay, I'm talking about Horizon stuff that you can upgrade your ship with. The Odyssey stuff, you go even faster. Unfortunately, Odyssey doesn't give you any kind of data. You're gonna have to actually get that data on your own. But if you have a good squadron like my own, you basically will have that data in the ship itself. You'll have that data, and you'll be able to upgrade your stuff. Like today, I gave the guys, I put 83 manufacturing instructions on the squadron carriers so they can upgrade their suits. And how do I get those? I have my ways, and I'll show you guys the way I do it. But I'm addicted to mushroom satellites, and they give you a lot of manufacturing instructions. So I'm doing Soontill runs right now. I'm gonna pretty much do them all day. I'm gonna take maybe a 10-minute break or 5-minute break in one of the stations, and then I'll continue the run. But I wanted to do this video for the reason because I really now think that the Caspian is very useful. Actually, it's very useful to do Soontill runs. You can get a better outcome of merits doing this instead of doing merit mining, which I did before, unless you find a very good ring, maybe a double ring or something like that, but which is very rare. You're not going to do that in mining for merits. So Soontill relic runs actually is very useful, and you get a lot of merits. Like for instance, I did about 250 something thousand merits so far doing Carcoal. So just FYI, you know, yeah, okay, I'm still grinding in a sense, but I'm playing the game. I'm flying, right? And it's easy on the mind. It doesn't really require a lot of thought. But the actual relics the actual care package that I get is the prize, right? It's the prize. And I want to build up the materials so I can actually do some engineering. And this account, the main account, I will be engineering every ship, which I found pretty much every ship useful. I actually designed it with the modules in mind, like for instance the Imperial Hammer. Put the Imperial Hammer on a Asp Scout. and see what happens. Or put PACOM missiles on Ask Scout. It becomes OP. You say, holy crap. You see what I'm saying? So, people, you got to be able to be a little bit flexible and stop talking crap. And stop following people that have a negative connotation towards the game. Oh, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. They're going to do monetization. They're going to do nickel and dime you, all this other crap. Come on. It's a 10-year-old game. You want to continue? You're going to have to pay for it. You don't want to continue, don't pay for it, and just move on to another one. There are plenty of games out there. So in any case, let me just get here faster, because this is... I got into the gravity well, and now I'm stuck. So in this case, this ship actually, I'm more inclined to use it for Soontill runs and for combat. I like this ship as a combat. I would say it's a light interceptor, or I don't know what I would call it. Okay, it's not a Anaconda replacement. It'll never replace the Anaconda. I'm actually waiting for an Anaconda version 2, a Mach 2, and I think we will get it sooner or later. I think they're thinking about that. So, I like to get to the gate and then let it take over. There you go. Just take over. Come on. So thank you for whoever is here. Thank you for watching and stuff. I know that I'm ranting a lot, but then this video will be in archives and most people watch it after the fact. I have dozens watching after the fact, which is good. Later on in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to stream. I'm going to stream hauling, and I'm going to stream colonization. I am building the last Dodec. I'm going to have a historical location, and I'm actually going to represent it as a historical location. Kind of tell you the story of AFK a second. I hear somebody at the door. Alright. So let's take a look at this shit. Let's take a look at what it looks like, okay? Sell the Soontill relics. So you can do about 4 runs going. I went 200 and whatever light years because I want to see how many I can get. And this one is being contested with Kumo crew, right? Kumo crew. So I wanted to help out. Not that I care who gets it. I'm not much into power play or BGS. Maybe one day I will be if I can actually get ownership in something in this game. Okay, so you're gonna get about 15,904. Exactly. Okay. And that's what I got. You can do about 4 of them, 4 of these runs an hour, back and forth, maybe even 5 if you can go a little bit faster. But let's see what we have in the ship. Let's see what we have. And then I'm probably going to kill the stream and have some lunch. But I'll be back later. So why do so many runs? You don't have to do 15,000 runs. You just do 4, and you got yourself 4 care packages. That's 400 pieces of stuff. So you don't have to actually go material hunting all over God's country and waste hours trying to get the same amount. Okay, in 1 hour you got yourself 400 pieces of material. Okay, so I have no. Of course, I took out all the weapons I had, right? So what I had as weapons originally was, on the large one I had a laser that I did thermal vent with, and it was long range thermal vent. I had four. 1, 2, 3, 4 Imperial hammers. 4 Imperial hammers. Okay. And you can do it a couple of ways, but the 4 Imperial hammers I had with oversized, overcharged, and then I had 2 PACOM missiles. 2 PACOM missiles on the bottom one. So this is very, very useful. Super useful. Utilities, I used all shield. And in the optionals, I had all shield. But then I changed it over to actually put the cargo. So there's my 2 6s that we had that time. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 5s. So I actually have, with the 4 and the 3 on the bottom and the 2, I actually have 500 tons that I can haul. Now, I know that's shy of the 600 because the Soontill can go to 600, but I'm okay hauling 500 and getting some speed, getting some speed on this. I can go laden 55 light years. I can go unladen 74. So the returning, and it's 500 capacity. I can reduce the actual fuel tankage so I can actually go faster. My thrust is 435, but it outruns any NPC pirate. That's all that matters. So I don't care. I have no shields, and it will outrun any NPC pirate. I don't put shields on a ship that can outrun pirates. I don't play in open. I play with private group, and I play with solos. So I don't actually play in open. I don't want to play in open. In any case, that's the build. That's the Soontill run. I've upgraded this ship from somewhat useful to useful. It's not a complete, utter piece of shit. And I have no actual ship in this game right now that I can call a complete, utter piece of shit. Every one of them can create content. And that's what these ships are when we're buying them. It creates content. You start doing, what can I use it with? Where can I use it? And what function? And that creates content because the content is there. It's the stuff there for you to do, but there's no storyline like in Cyberpunk or any other game. There's no storyline that we follow. So you kind of have to make your own story. So that's it for me right now. I'm just going to have some lunch, and I'll be back later doing some hauling. In any case, see you in space. Have a good 107, Commanders. Take care.